Hello and welcome. This is Cheryl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is day one of the Crafty Advent Calendar from Spellbinders for 2025. So today and for the next 24 days, I'm going to be opening up one window on the calendar and then creating something with it. And all of the Crafty Advent Calendar videos for 2025 will be on the same playlist. So if you happen to miss a date, you'll find it on the same playlist as the video that you're watching. So today for day one, we have this adorable little puppy dog calendar with a die set with a sentiment that says, I woof you. So absolutely adorable, perfect for cards throughout the year and perfect for dog lovers. So I am going to cut all of my pieces off screen. I'm going to be using some Truffle Cardstock and Acorn Cardstock for the puppy dog, blush cardstock for the collar and the nose, as well as the tongue. If you want more contrast between the different pieces of your dog, I definitely suggest using maybe a lighter cardstock than Acorn. When I was doing my die cutting, I thought there was going to be enough contrast, but really when it's together there is contrast, but on screen it shows up pretty similar to the same color. So the very first thing that I did was I took a black Copic marker and I colored the piece between the two ears so that that opening that gets cut out for the mouth was going to be darker than the actual dog face. Once I finished that, I glued on the nose as well as the collar. Those are both on the same die, and I die cut them out of blush cardstock. And then I'm starting to glue on the spots for the dog. Now, anytime you use Spellbinders dies, when there's layers that go on top, there's little indents or little marks that get put onto the die set below that shows you exactly where those pieces are supposed to go. So it makes it really nice and easy. I also like to use liquid glue, and I'm using Barely Art glue. I have it in a fine line bottle, so it's going to work perfectly for small, tiny little pieces. It also is going to work great for assembling my card together. For the really, really tiny itty bitty pieces, I have a jewel picker that I use to pick up that little die cut. Some of the die cuts from this set are really quite tiny. Now, when I did my die cutting, I thought the tongue was actually one of the spots, so I die cut it out of the Acorn or the Truffle cardstock, and just as I was gluing it on, I realized well, first of all, it's not a spot, it's the tongue, and also it needed some more contrast. So I went and die cut another piece out of some blush cardstock so that you could at least see that it was the tongue hanging out of the dog's mouth. Now, you can see now how there's not a ton of contrast between the Acorn and the Truffle cardstock. There's also Fawn cardstock, which is considerably lighter if you wanted your dog to be lighter and to be able to really see some of those details. There are two paws in this die set, and I glued them originally to the bottom parts where the legs, where the indents were put, and then realized they should be glued for front paws, but I really liked the look of them on the places for the back paws, so I ended up cutting a couple extras and then adding them. I just like the extra dimension that gives. The die set puts the little indentation or the mark to show where those back paws are. I just really like the look of the additional paws added onto it. So here is our finished puppy dog. I'm going to set that to the side. One of the ways that I like to add a little bit of dimension to my cards is by using embossed backgrounds. They're a very simple way to add some dimension, add some pattern. You can add ink to your embossing folders if you want the pattern to be more prominent. I typically, when I want the focus to be on the die cuts on the background, I will typically not do a whole lot of inking. I will just do them really, really plain. So I have some plain Hammermill cardstock here. I'm using the Cross My Heart embossing folder. It's going to be perfect with the I woof you sentiment on there. I have a piece that is 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches, and once I'm done my embossing, I'm going to trim that down to 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. I always like to emboss a piece that's just a little bit bigger than what I need, because sometimes that embossing process can change the dimensions or change the size of that cardstock a little bit, and it's always nice to know that it's exactly the size I want. So by trimming it afterwards, I can be sure that it's going to be the right size. Next, I'm using my sticky mat with some Spun Sugar Distress ink as well as the large Spellbinders ink blending brush, and just doing some subtle ink blending around the edges. This is going to tie the pink accents from the die set as well as just frame it in a little bit, just give it a little bit of extra color on that background. The mat for this is done with Truffle Cardstock, and you can see that I die cut my pieces for my puppy right out of that cardstock there, but we're going to be putting that embossed piece right over top of it. No one is ever going to know that anything was die cut out of there. It's just a way to extend your cardstock a little bit. You don't necessarily need to do that, but I just like to do it, especially with specialty cardstocks. Those tend to be a little bit on the pricier side, so it's nice to find ways just to extend that a little bit and make them last just a little bit longer. Because the sentiment are really, really tiny, fine letters, I'm using my reverse tweezers to hold those words and add the dots of glue to the back of it, and then I'm going to put it on that embossed background. You want to make sure you have a decent amount of glue because of that embossed background, the different texture there. You want to make sure that that sentiment has good contact with that there. Once I'm done that, I can glue the puppy dog down, and then I put an acrylic block on there just to hold everything down nice and flat while that glue sets. Now, if you wanted to frame these pieces in just a little bit more, you could either do wider mats, do more mats, or you could just do like another extra mat on the inside just to frame it just a little bit more. To add a little bit of extra dimension to it, I took some Glossy Accents and put that on the nose as well as part of the tongue to kind of look like dog slobber. It's just a fun accent to do. And then I just took some Stickles and put it on the collar of the dog just to give it a little bit of sparkle. It doesn't totally show up on camera, but it gives some extra dimension just and a different texture to it. Thank you so much for joining me for day one of the Crafty Advent Calendar for 2025. I will be back tomorrow and I'll share a video with day 2.